Hey everybody, we're back, and we just saw Batman: The Killing Joke, the new R-rated animated Batman thing in the theater, thanks to Fathom Events, and I really loved it. She kind of likes it, but before we get into that, I just want to let you know, this is going to be our all spoilers video, so we're going to talk spoilers. If you haven't read the book, if you haven't seen the movie yet, we're going to spoil whatever we feel like spoiling. So, you know, spoilers, all that good stuff. Spoiler warning. All right, you want to know spoiler review? We got a link down there for you, or something's popping up you can click on. Check that out, then you come back and geek out with us when you want to see the full spoilery stuff. Cool? All right, cool. You've been warned. You're gone. All right, let's get into this.
So Luke Skywalker.
Oh, you fucking... I think I made that joke in another video, but it's adorable. More appropriate in this one. But yeah, again, bear with me. Cold. Losing my voice. But first things first. Front half of the movie, you're halfway into the movie before the Killing Joke starts. Just so you're warned. Or if you've already seen it or whatever. I can see that may be polarizing for people, but I really liked that.
And there was two fairly solid reasons for doing it that the studios basically already released, and that's The Killing Joke was actually too short to do a feature-length film, so they needed to pad it out. They decided the best way to pad it out was to give Barbara a bit more backstory, so she's just basically not showing up just to get shot and be nothing but a victim.
Yeah, and I think that's very beneficial in the way the story was told. I do understand that, you know, with the comics, you would have been reading the comics, so you have all this history of Batgirl already. But, you know, as a standalone movie, this could be, you know, hopefully if this is somebody's introduction to Batman, it's pretty fucked up. But, but it does really make everything more powerful. It makes the story flow a bit better. Mm-hmm. And I really appreciated it. And I really loved the first half of that. I thought the story they were telling there was really cool.
Yeah.
And if anything, and you may hate me for this, but once they get to the Killing Joke, I think the front half is a little bit better, just because by the time they get to the Killing Joke part, they're really beholden to all the lines in the comic and everything, and they're doing the comic. And you can feel that now they're, you know, sticking to something they didn't create, whereas the front half kind of had this more fresh, modernish kind of thing. I mean, it's really subtle. It's really a super fanboy nitpick, honestly. Yeah. You know, but I mean, so there's that issue.
I thought it was very interesting that the villain in the first half of the movie, Paris Franz.
Yeah. Oh God, what a name. but an effective villain.
Well, it was the way it was shaping up. It was like he was going to become, you know,
her Joker.
Her Joker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I liked that. I liked that parallel. And but I mean, again, I say he was a good villain because he got under my skin. You know, I was glad. And of course, his story's over in the middle of the thing, so they didn't tie it back in, which is fine.
And the thing is, and Batman goes, no. I've done this one before. You don't want to go there.
Yeah. Actually, we see Batgirl's last day. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of what they give you in that opening half, and I thought that was really neat. It is literally the reason she quits being Batgirl. Yeah. Before the shooting and all the Killing Joke stuff, like she sees the abyss that Batman had seen. You know, that lack of joy, losing all hope of joy was what it was. So that was really cool. The next thing though go ahead.
It's just like she sees the edge and goes, nope.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's what he's been doing. Which might explain the next big controversial thing, and this is something that had been spoiled for me, and a lot of people are upset about this. Why Batman and Batgirl get it on. They do have sex. It is clearly sex. She starts stripping out of the Batgirl costume and everything. There's the perverse fanboy part of me that's like, ooh, I like this. But then honestly, I kind of got teary-eyed because I felt like it was earned. It was really well motivated, and I understood that anger and that passion all boiling to this moment. And it was cool. And I like they never really touch on it again, other than, like, you know, they're going to talk about it later.
Actually, it becomes a major plot point. It becomes the reason why she leaves.
That's true.
Because he gets distracted after that conversation, which is when Franz hits him with the rocket, and he nearly dies.
True. I mean, true. But, you can certainly be interpreted that way. I would agree. That's fair. I just meant more in terms of, you know, it's certainly their relationship played into that, but, you know, I think a lot of people are just upset they had sex, not even having a relationship, but...
Well, okay, so, correct me if I'm wrong, but generally, doesn't Batgirl get paired with Robin?
Yeah, usually, yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, which is interesting, too, because I'll get into a lot of little Easter eggs, but we'll talk about Robin. No Nightwing, no Robin, none of that stuff, so that's kind of interesting, except there was one little glimpse. And I hope I'm saying the right Robin so people don't get mad at me. It's been a long time since I remember the story. I think the story was called A Death in a Family, but when the Joker, beats Jason Todd to death with the crowbar, there is...
Didn't?
Huh?
Doesn't Jason Todd show back up later?
Yeah, that's a whole other story that we won't get into. But for the longest time, we thought he was dead and the Joker would be... Well, they have the image when, Batman is looking in his computers, and there's, a bunch of different Joker images. One of them is the bloody, beaten body of Jason Todd Robin, up in the corner.
Oh, I missed
And there
that.
was another one that, it's from one of the famous comic covers of Joker holding out, a Batman card and a Joker card and all that, but they cut off the Robin card. And there was another, when Gordon is scrapbooking, he has the picture that is literally the comic cover of the first time Joker showed up in a Batman comic. So there are all these great little touches like that I really liked. And then at the same time, there were some weird changes, where I reread the comic today as Batman's walking through Arkham, and you see the Harvey Dent in his cell. You see Harvey's face looking through the bars. But for some reason in this one, you didn't see his face. It was just his arm reaching for his coin that had fallen out. So I thought that was not necessarily good or bad change. I just thought that was an interesting change.
I have to admit, in that particular moment right there, it's like, oh, come on, dude, just pick up the quarter and throw it back in there for him. Somebody give him his damn quarter.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Like I said in the non-spoiler version of this review, I have mixed feelings about this movie. And I'm not saying it's a bad movie by any stretch. It's a very well done movie. However, it's the content. And like I said, maybe it's because I'm a woman, because... and what happens to Barbara, I mean, some things are implied, but not explicit, and, it could be one thing, could be something else, but the thing is, even if it didn't actually happen...
Yeah.
It's a technicality.
Yeah.
And I mean, she was violated no matter which way you look at it.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's no denying that.
And again, as a woman, I'm kind of like, it makes me uncomfortable because really, statistically speaking, in the United States, 1 in 4 women is raped.
Yeah, that's, when you think about it, that's pretty fucking horrifying.
Yeah, so again, that's where I'm coming from.
Right, yeah.
And also what was done to her father, I mean that is classic, psychological breakdown tactics right there.
Yeah, and again, I think we said it in the non-spoiler and not in this, but just so you were clear, she's not actually read the book, so this was pretty much her first time with this story.
I've heard bits and pieces of things over the years, but I didn't know exactly what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, in hindsight, too, as this thought is just occurring to me, is, as you guys know, if you've been watching our channel, she's not a big horror fan or whatever, which is totally fine. And so I maybe should have thought about trying to give her a little bit more warning about how dark it was, because I'm just so used to just seeing dark, fucked up shit all the time that it hadn't occurred to me. I'm like, oh, she wants to go see Batman, cool. So...
Yeah, and honestly, I had enough foreshadowing to have an idea of what I was getting into.
Good. And again, it was very effectively done. And I think we did this in non-spoiler, not here, but the voice cast, having the original 90s voice cast back was really cool for me to see it then mature that way. So I really liked that. And Mark Hamill, oh God, I love Mark Hamill. They did the musical number, man, and it was awesome. It was an awesome musical number, and he was just selling it so hard, and it was just such a great return to Joker. And I don't know why he's not always the Joker. He needs to always be the Joker.
Because he needs to be Luke Skywalker.
That's true. Okay, yeah. Oh, wow. That's like one of those, that's like a Sophie's choice for me. If Mark Hamill could only ever be Luke Skywalker or the Joker... Ugh.
I think for sanity, he should be Luke Skywalker.
For his sanity, yeah, but I'm talking about my pure fanboy joy. Fuck his sanity. No, not really.
We love you.
Yeah, we obviously, no, God, Mark Hamill. Like I said in this non-spoiler, he's a goddamn national treasure that we undervalue as much as we do value him.
And he needs to keep the beard.
Yes, sure. All right, cool. I don't care about the beard. It's fine.
He looks like my dad with the beard.
That's true. So, yeah, cool there. But really liked it. Music was really good and everything. It was well directed, good pacing, all of that. It's really funny, too, because, there's no music when the end credits start. And, it literally just ends like the book does, with Batman actually laughing at Joker's joke, which is pretty damn funny in its own right. You got an issue with that? Let's do your issue before I go with what I was going to say.
Okay, so I'm sitting here looking at the situation. I'm sitting here going, the joke was... I guess it's one of the situations you laugh because the joke is so bad.
Yeah, and just a relief of some tension.
But the thing is, given all they've been through, I was like, really? You're not just smacking him down, cuffing him? it's the Joker. He's wanting you to let your guard down.
Okay, but in all fairness, this was all about Batman trying to have that conversation and wanting to talk to the Joker and just be like, I at least want to have made this effort to, to try and talk to you. So when this does go horribly wrong between us, I can at least feel that I tried. So I think that was him kind of having this moment of, you know what, this fucking lunatic. I mean, there's nothing left to do but laugh. And that joke was so dumb. It just, it's one of those so stupid you start giggling kind of things. So I can buy it. It worked for me. Even though it is so weird to see Batman laugh, I can totally buy it. I mean, because he does laugh on occasion.
I know. I just didn't quite buy it.
Fair enough. But what did make it extra funny is in the theater. If you've ever been to like a Regal or anywhere with like the reclining leather seats, because there was no music and a lot of people just start unreclining their seats, suddenly there's like a symphony in the theater.
Of whoopee cushions.
Yeah, of like whoopee cushions, all that leather squeaking, and then everybody just kind of starts giggling and it turns into laughter, and it's almost like Joker gas got released in the theater and everybody's just slowly from the back just starting to all laugh because there was no sound but just a billion like whoopee cushions going off. So that actually was quite effective in its own unintentional right, so that made that even cooler. But yeah, so I really enjoyed that, and I liked all the beginnings. Like I said though, it was a little weird. There's no even mention of Robin or whatever, but other than the little flash of an image, but it was still cool. I still really liked it.
Robin's not mentioned at all in the comic book version either.
Well, he's not in the book at all. Yeah, that's right, in the Killing Joke book. So one thing too that I don't know if it's just my theater or if this is something Fathom Events does. I'm familiar with all the old like 35mm film projection systems, but I haven't been a projectionist in the digital era, so I don't know what was going on, but we had a 2.35 like the super widescreen crop going on ours, and it was a little bit distracting at times. It wasn't terrible, but it was cutting off a little bit of text here and there, and there was a few shots when like the frame, like somebody's talking and the frame is like cutting all of this out, and it was kind of clear it shouldn't be cut out. So I don't know if that was like a theater mess up, because they did start playing the pre-show with no picture, so we did have to be like, hey, turn the picture on, which happens on occasion. No fault, it does happen. So I don't know if this was like a glitch on the theater part, or if Fathom Events is like, well, when we play it in the theater, we'll put a super widescreen thing on it, and then they can have it as the 1.8.5 standard widescreen for home. So if you know anything about that, feel free to let me know, because like I said, I don't know too much about the modern digital projection systems from a actually running them standpoint. Delivering films is a different situation, but yeah. So I know it's kind of a random geeky thing, but let me know. Also excited about the Fathom Events 20th anniversary South Park thing. That I may have to check that out, whatever that's going to be.
Yeah.
I just totally. No, I'll get into it later. But yeah, so there's that, and then definitely want to mention the post-credit scene or the mid-credit scene.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was rereading the book, and I don't know if this was in the book because I only got to reread like the first half and had to get out. But they actually show Barbara becoming Oracle. Like, she goes into her secret room with all the Bat computer stuff, and and she's going to be Oracle. So it kind of gives you that she's still remaining positive. She's overcome it. She didn't let it destroy her. She didn't go into that abyss, I suppose you could even say. Yeah. So I thought that was a nice little touch. So, but I don't remember if it's in the book. I'll have to finish the book when I go home.
You go through something like that without having a little bit of PTSD.
True, but also she's nothing that horrible. Yeah. But she's been, as Batgirl, she was probably Batgirl for like 5, at least in this universe, like 3 years. Okay.
3 years.
So she's seen and dealt with a lot of horrible shit. Nothing quite that horrible.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's when horrible shit happens to other people, that's one thing. When it happens to you,
yeah, but she might have been around like with the Jason Todd death and all that. I mean, a lot of that stuff's not clear. So I mean, she could have seen some great tragedy.
I'm not saying that. It's nice to show that she's still a very strong person. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, there might like be a sequel. I'm not saying they're doing this or anything, but there could be like the story continues and she still has to deal with that. So I would understand that. That makes sense. And then like a lot of the carnival stuff was really good and really creepy. A lot of the animation and designs were really creepy. There's a lot of good like imagery I'd like to have from this. There's just some good stuff in a dark, messed up way. And I was remembering something because when I was talking about the mid-credit scene, it reminded me of something I wanted to mention, and now I can't remember what it was. Oh well, that's how it goes. But I think we pretty much covered all of it. Really enjoyed it. Looking forward to getting it on Blu-ray and checking it out again. And like I said, it makes me want to go home and watch some of the others because I got a couple I haven't watched yet too. But go back and rewatch Red Hood or something like that because that was pretty cool. And it was pretty cool seeing this particular origin of the Joker. One of many possible origins. So, but I really enjoyed that. Just really good time. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously she didn't have a good time. But I I'm glad we went and saw it.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. So, yeah, you like Batman, you like the comics, you like the 90s series, you want like a dark horror version of the 90s animated cartoon, you're going to want to see this movie. It's only in theaters like today and tomorrow, so you probably just got to get the Blu-ray. They say it's on iTunes tomorrow, so I don't know if the Blu-ray's coming out like a few weeks later, because digital tends to come out early these days, or if the Blu-ray's actually coming out tomorrow. I've been off my game on release dates, so I don't know.
It's iTunes is releasing it tomorrow.
Right, that's for sure, but, you know, I guess the Blu-ray's still a few weeks away. It's usually how it goes. But anyways, guys, so there's our little kind of geek out. That's what we thought about it. I'd love to hear what you thought about it. If you've seen it, whenever you've seen it, let us know. Are you happy with the new additions? Did you not like the new additions? You know, I mean, everybody be cool about it. I know it's like fanboy geekdom stuff. We can all get really passionate, so you don't have to go hating on anybody. You can definitely have dissenting opinions. Just be cool. But other than that, let's talk about it. Let's geek out about it down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And you can also give me that thumbs up of encouragement and hit that little thumb button, because that's always very encouraging. Subscribe if you're new here. We do all kinds of fun, nerdy, geeky stuff every single day on the Eric Butts channel. And of course, share with your friends, because if you're cool, they're cool. We should all be geeking out together and having a good time doing it. It's freaking Batman. Your friends want to talk about Batman. Come on, you know it. Other than that, you want to see the channel grow a little faster, help support it, or you just want more content than you're getting here, you're not getting enough of this beautiful face or this beautiful face, although she hasn't actually been on the Patreon channel yet. But you can check out the link to the Patreon channel below. And she just had some naughty thoughts, hopefully. I'm gonna shut up before I get in trouble. Patreon link, yay. All right, guys, we're gonna get out of here, and we'll see you guys later.